What's up, Steelers Nation? Welcome back to the channel where we break down everything happening with our black and gold. We all know that this team is constantly striving to improve, aiming to bring home big results for the best fan base in football, you guys. Before we dive into today's story, do me a favor, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Let's talk about DeMarvin Leal, his injury setback, and how the Steelers are staying focused on growth as they tackle the challenges ahead. The 2024 season was supposed to be a breakout year for DeMarvin Leal. The 2022 third-round pick had already shown flashes of his potential during his rookie and sophomore campaigns, and Steelers fans were eager to see what he could do as a key piece of the defensive line rotation. But in Week 5, disaster struck. During a tough matchup against the Dallas Cowboys, Leal collided with Ezekiel Elliott in a brutal hit that resulted in a neck injury, ending his season prematurely. It was a huge blow, not just for Leal, but for the entire Steelers defense, which had been counting on his size, versatility, and ability to disrupt offenses. Leal recently shared an update on social media, revealing that he underwent surgery 6 weeks ago to address the injury. While it's tough news, his message also carried hope. He's committed to his recovery and determined to return stronger in 2025. Losing Leal was a significant hit to the Steelers' defensive front, which relies on depth and versatility to dominate opponents. To fill the gap, the team made a savvy move at the trade deadline, acquiring veteran pass rusher Preston Smith from the Green Bay Packers. Smith, a proven force in the league, has already shown his value to the team. Though he came to Pittsburgh under less than ideal circumstances, his presence has bolstered the defense, adding leadership and experience. His ability to pressure quarterbacks and step into a high-impact role has been critical as the Steelers navigate the rest of the season without Leal. For Leal, the Steelers' faith in his long-term potential hasn't wavered. While his injury is a setback, the team remains optimistic that he'll continue to develop into a cornerstone of the defense. As the Steelers move forward without Leal, the theme across the locker room has been clear: get better. Head coach Mike Tomlin has emphasized that the goal isn't revenge against teams like the Cleveland Browns or Cincinnati Bengals, but continuous improvement. Joey Porter Jr., now in his second season, has embodied that mentality. The cornerback has had an up-and-down year, showcasing lockdown performances against top receivers but also drawing criticism for penalties and missed opportunities. After a frustrating game against the Browns, where Cleveland capitalized on mistakes in the secondary, Porter and the defense knew they needed to tighten up. In interviews, Porter acknowledged the challenges posed by Cleveland's offense and vowed to improve. "They've been clicking," Porter said of the Browns. "They got us last time, but it's all about getting better this weekend." The defense has responded to Tomlin's call to action, focusing on correcting communication issues and improving red zone execution, areas that were exposed in their earlier loss to Cleveland. It's not just the defense that's been working to improve. Offensive coordinator Arthur Smith has been instrumental in reinvigorating the offense this season, but even he admitted to some missteps in the previous Browns game. After straying from their game plan and struggling against Cleveland's defense, the Steelers bounced back with a commanding win over the Bengals in Week 13. Quarterbacks Russell Wilson and Justin Fields have been integral to the offensive resurgence, but consistency remains the key to success. Heading into their rematch with Cleveland, the offense will need to bring its A game to support a defense determined to make a statement. The Steelers pulled out a thrilling 44-38 victory over the Cincinnati Bengals in Week 13. While it wasn't the defensive performance fans might have hoped for, the defense stepped up when it mattered most, forcing 3 turnovers and securing the win. One of the standout decisions from the game was coach Mike Tomlin's strategic use of veteran cornerback Cam Sutton in place of Beanie Bishop for a majority of the snaps in the slot. Sutton, who was signed in the offseason, brought a steady presence against a high-powered Bengals offense led by Joe Burrow. During his Tuesday press conference, Tomlin explained the decision. "Just the complexities of what the Bengals, do offensively, the fact that we're facing Joe Burrow, some of the challenges in terms of how they move people around. I thought it would benefit us to have a more veteran guy in the interior of our sub-package. It would aid us not only in terms of concept recognition but communication." Sutton's experience was crucial in this matchup, but Tomlin made it clear that Bishop isn't being sidelined. Both players have roles tailored to their strengths, and the flexibility to rotate them based on matchups is becoming a secret weapon for the Steelers. Beanie Bishop has come into his own this season after a shaky start, registering 6 pass defenses and 3 interceptions. Meanwhile, Sutton's ability to read complex offenses and communicate effectively has made him a perfect counter to quarterbacks like Burrow. Tomlin emphasized this flexibility when he said, "There's some things that Beanie does better than him, Sutton." And so, it's really cool to have viable, capable guys for circumstances, because we're going to divide the labor up as we see fit in an effort to position ourselves to win football games and, in that case, play good defense. This dynamic duo of slot corners adds an element of unpredictability for opposing offenses. The uncertainty of who will line up in the slot on any given drive forces quarterbacks and offensive coordinators to adjust on the fly, a tactical advantage that could pay dividends as the Steelers march toward the playoffs. Steelers GM Omar Khan deserves credit for building a roster that can withstand the rigors of a long season. Injuries have derailed past Steelers campaigns, but Khan's focus on depth has fortified the team, particularly on defense. Slot corner depth. With both Sutton and Bishop capable of starting, the Steelers have the luxury of adapting their defense to exploit opponents' weaknesses. Preston Smith's impact. The trade deadline acquisition of Smith added another proven pass rusher to the mix, bolstering a unit already teeming with talent. Linebacker rotation. Inside linebackers like Patrick Queen and Peyton Wilson provide both physicality and versatility, ensuring the defense can handle any challenge. This depth has positioned the Steelers not just for a playoff berth, but potentially for the coveted #1 seed in the AFC. The focus now shifts to Week 14 and a rematch against the Cleveland Browns. In their last meeting, the Browns managed to edge out a win, exposing some weaknesses in Pittsburgh's defense. This time, the Steelers are determined to clean up their mistakes and execute their get better mentality. Tomlin's emphasis on preparation and adaptability will be critical, especially against a Browns offense that has been clicking in recent weeks. The Sutton-Bishop rotation in the slot could be a game-changer. With Sutton's veteran savvy and Bishop's emerging playmaking ability, the Steelers are poised to keep Cleveland guessing. For DeMarvin Leal, the focus is on recovery and building on the progress he's already made in his young career. While his performances in Pittsburgh haven't been spectacular yet, they've been solid, and the potential for greatness is evident. Fans are rallying behind Leal, eager to see him return to full health and contribute to a defense that continues to be the backbone of the Steelers. His willingness to share updates about his recovery has endeared him even more to the fanbase, demonstrating his commitment to the team and his future. With veterans like Cam Hayward and TJ Watt setting the tone, Leal has a strong support system in place as he works toward a comeback. The hope is that his experience this season, while difficult, will ultimately make him a better player and teammate. All right, Steelers Nation, now it's time to hear from you. What do you think about DeMarvin Leal's recovery and what it means for the defense moving forward? Do you think Preston Smith can continue to fill the void, and are you confident the Steelers can improve enough to handle teams like the Browns and Bengals? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from the best fans in football. And before you go, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your fellow Steelers faithful. Thanks for watching, and as always, here we go, Steelers!